ABC, this has been World News Tonight with Peter Jennings.
And Tom Dillon takes an anniversary ride of sorts with a woman who really knows the bus routes in Salt Lake City.
And a great day for a grand lady.
It was kind of depression years at that time, so I just started riding the buses, and I just kept on riding them.
This is quite a story. 26,000 and counting. That is how many times one Salt Lake woman has ridden public trolleys and buses here. Nellie Larsen is being honored by the Utah Transit Authority today for 50 years of ridership. And as Tom Dillon reports, she isn't through using public transportation yet.
For 50 years, Nellie Larsen has left her Salt Lake home, walked less than a block along 2700 South to 9th East, and waited for her favorite form of transportation to arrive.
It would be back in the 30s, I guess. When I was in junior high school, I used to ride the bus up. I was in the Tribune-Telegram band, and I used to ride the bus up and back for practice. And they had an old streetcar that we used to ride on 7th East that would have tracks, and the bus couldn't turn around. It had tracks and a trolley, and it would go to one end of the town, and the bus driver would walk through the bus, and he'd switch the seats all back the other direction, and then he would drive the bus from the other end of the bus. He never turned it around.
Nellie has never owned a car. When she graduated from South High and went to work, she continued using public transportation, a practical need in the Depression that grew into a lifelong commitment.
I started out at about 3 tokens for a quarter, and you could buy a bus pass for $1.25, and then you could buy maybe 13 tokens for $1. But now it's a little more expensive, but I'm sure it's much better than paying parking in town to park.
Nellie Larsen will retire from her job at the LDS Church office building next week. She will slow down then, not having to use the bus twice a day, 5 days a week, every week of the year. But then again, maybe she will continue her daily routine. Old habits are hard to break, especially when UTA recognizes your years of dedication and gives you a free lifetime pass to ride the bus. Tom Dillon, KTVX 4 News.
Nice lady and a lot of miles on a bus.
A lot of miles. And the UTA honors the woman who may be the backbone of Utah's public transportation system next on Nightcast. Utah Transit Authority is honoring a very special consumer. Nellie Larsen of Salt Lake has been riding the bus for 50 years, and as Tom Dillon reports, it's the only form of city transportation she believes in.
When you've been using public transportation in Salt Lake for as long as Nellie Larsen, you know your way around. She has never owned a car and has been riding trolleys and buses every day of every week since she was in junior high school.
Oh, it would be back in the 30s, I guess. When I was in junior high school, I used to ride the bus up. I was in the Tribune-Telegram band, and I used to ride the bus up and back for practice. And then when I went over to South High School, I rode it all the time to South High School.
Nellie has climbed on and off trolleys and buses more than 26,000 times since then. And UTA knows a good thing when it sees it. So today, Nellie was given a plaque by the company, along with other gifts and something that will keep her riding the bus for a long time, a free lifetime pass.
It's been a few times I've stood in the cold and waited for another bus because mine broke down or slid off the road or something like that, you know. But really, it hasn't been all that much of a hassle. Sometimes going to town, I see cars sliding off the road, and I'm glad I'm on the bus.
Nellie retires next week. When that happens, she probably won't keep up her daily bus riding pace. But she will still use it for shopping trips, visits to the doctor, and now and then just for a leisurely ride. She says she has made a lot of friends since she first started relying on public transportation in 1937, and she doesn't want to give them up just yet.
Well, thank you. Have a nice day now.
Same to you.
Thank you.
Tom Dillon for Nightcast.
She seems like such a nice lady.
Yeah, nice lady.
Yeah.